on this computer. So once again, thank you, sir, for joining the call. Thank you for honoring us, coming on this call, and the call is all yours. We are here to learn this new strategy, Sniper Vision, and pen and paper is here with me as well. And the call is yours, sir. Thank you.
Love it, love it. So yeah, what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna pin myself so everybody can see me, is what I'm gonna do is you can see, get patient, any of the traders over there, 3% a day. So what I'm going to do here today is I'm actually going to kind of tell you a little bit of a story about myself, so that everybody here kind of understands, where I am and where I've come from. Like Abdullah said, I am a chairman 10 inside the company, pushing for chairman 25 here shortly. I am a top 5 educator within the academy, soon to be number 1. I had one of the biggest calls I've ever had here this morning on my Go Live. Well, the biggest call I've ever had on my Go Live here this morning, as momentum is coming, because now that we've had the ability here of launching the scanner, we have the ability to really impact people and their trading results, right? And we all know there's multiple facets of this business. And kind of the first piece is that we want to make sure we're going to get people into this business and they're going to be able to start to have wins right away. And so that's kind of where my indicator came from. And I started here 4 years ago. I had 0 trading experience. So anybody who might be on this call who's brand new, maybe taking a look at it and hasn't been here for that long, just know that I was in those shoes as well. 4 years ago, I had never taken a trade. I'd never looked at a chart. I was super annoying in the beginning. I asked so many questions because I had never been in a place where I could learn, finances like this. It didn't take me long to get to an educator that really had impact on me and anybody who's been here for a while. I traded with a guy named Boss Kuiman, and he's actually from Lithuania. And I traded with him in the beginning, learning the pivot strategy, and really got into the habit of just following along and listening to what he said we could do. And that really gave me the ability to start to earn already while I learned. And we kind of had a shift through IM where some things changed and some things happened where we kind of lost that simplicity of where we could come into the academy right away and get locked in and start to see results, even if it was just in a demo account, to really build that belief to take things to the next level. And so after spending about 4 or 5 months with Boss, I decided that I really wanted to take this on myself, that I wasn't just going to rely on an educator. I was going to teach myself a strategy. I got back in the markets. I taught myself a scalping strategy. Essentially, I was scalping in US oil. I went in the month of February, right before pandemic. I went 218 to 219 trades. I had 1 loss. And the week I went to turn it into my live account, pandemic hit. Anybody remember when pandemic came in, what happened to US oil? Well, it went to positive barrels. It actually became so you couldn't trade it. So I had to go back to the drawing board because I was so ready to start to see these results in my real account after testing my strategy, that I went back into the academy and found another educator. Something that's very, very important here is that you always have access to professional traders. And there's lots of people here who have been here long enough who understand that. And so I went back and found Lee Allen, and she showed me US 30 and showed me gold. And the first trade I took in US 30, I was essentially a naked Forex trader. I was just scalping off support and resistance levels. The first trade I took in US 30 went 4 times as far, 4 times as fast, gave me 4 times the results. And I was like, all right, this is my jam. This is where I need to be. So I took a fairly small account and it had lots of growth. Obviously, we have to stay compliant, so I can't throw numbers out at anybody, but and I had lots of growth. And then I realized, as I kind of got back, I realized that had a lot to do with the market, right? We were coming out of a pandemic. We had this, 2 weeks of straight down coming out of a pandemic that was in an 18-month uptrend. It was a pretty easy place to be a breakout trader or a support and resistance trader because the market would just break out of these levels, right? It only had one downtrend in 18 months. And that played a part into the results I had. And when the market shifted and started to shift into this bear and stop this, full 18-month bullish run, the strategy had to change. And there was a part of me that we used to do morning calls and everybody get on and we'd all do our stuff together. And I realized that everybody could get on the calls with me and they could win. They could get on, they could follow along, they could win, but they would get off the calls and they wouldn't have success. So what I realized is that I needed, first of all, to kind of drop my ego. I was a naked Forex trader. I didn't want to have to use lines and indicators and all those things. There was a bit of a chip on my shoulder because of it. And I really had to realize that if I wanted to have impact in other people's lives and change the trajectory of people's lives and where they wanted to go. And I really had to get down to putting myself in a place where I could educate them, so that when they got off the calls with me, they weren't coming back to me in a bunch of trouble, taking a bunch of losses or those types of things, and putting themselves in those positions. So I really wanted to create something, or really wanted to teach them at first. At first, it was just to teach them, right? Like I would start to put lines on support and resistance. Anybody who traded with me a long time ago knew that the first time I ever put a line on the chart, there was about 300 people on a Zoom call that lost their minds. They were like, "Oh my God, there's a line on the chart," because I just wouldn't do it. And so I realized in that moment that I had to really teach, to really impact somebody, I had to teach them to fish, right? We always heard that saying, right? Give a man a fish, right? Feed him for a day, teach a man a fish, feed him forever. And so what I wanted to do is I just didn't want to be jumping on calls and give people a fish. That wasn't the real impact that I could have and change in people's lives. I really wanted to put people in a place where they could get educated, and this could be something they would do forever, not just follow along with me, but learn the skill themselves so they could have a different life. And that's really when I started to like, how do I identify trends so that I could make sure that if people were scalping and taking these moves, they were taking them on trend, right? Less risk. It wasn't as much risk trying to jump into counter trends and support and resistance levels. I wanted to teach people how to identify trends, which I started to use moving averages to do that. So I started to teach people how to use moving averages. And then, the indicator, which we'll go over here shortly, also does support and resistance level automatically. I used another EMA to kind of give me a little bit of a safety area of knowing when I need to maybe get out of this trade or maybe close this trade because there's a potential reversal. And then I had something called the stars, which I'm going to show you all these a little bit of pieces. I'm not going to go into crazy depth in learning because you can find all this stuff on my channels. Of course, there's a 5-day boot camp on all my channels to learn all these pieces in more depth. I am going to go on and show you how simple it is for a beginner. Okay. And then I realized, as a scalper, I could use something, those stars, I could show people how to get out of their trades, because that was also, as a scalper and people who get into these movements and short-term movements, that was something that I even struggled with. Like, well, when do I get out? Do I get out now? Do I protect? Do I take this, or is it going to go further? And I didn't really want to leave pips on the board if that was possible, even as a scalper, right? If you're scalping and taking these small movements, taking an extra 5-10 pips every time you took a trade adds up to huge growth, right? So I wanted to teach people how to exit that as well. So it's over a year ago now, 16 months, it's going to be 18 months ago, I started using this indicator. I was already using all the pieces of it. I put it all together. I have a coding background and I realized I could make something automatic. And then just over a year ago, after having crazy results and bringing it just to my close-knit team, they were all having these amazing results and having all this growth. I went to IM and we started the process with corporate, and it took longer than we'd hoped. We were planning to launch at this time last year, but there's just lots of things that got in the way, and we all know we were going through lots of transitions, and now corporate is behind us. Corporate is supporting us in everything we do, and we've only been on go live for, the scanner's been available for 2 weeks and we've already done upgrades. So that's the kind of support we're getting from corporate. Super, super exciting where we go next. Okay, so what I want to do is I'm actually just going to show you some signals from today. So one thing that's super, I'm going to share my screen. Okay, what did I do with it? Just going to make sure we're on the right one. There we go. And now we'll share it again. Make sure everybody's following along. Everybody throw some ones in the chat if you guys are all paying attention and still here with me. There we go. We're going to make me refresh this thing. Okay. Awesome. Everybody's here. Everybody's following along. Love it. Beautiful. I see some familiar names in this list as well, which is amazing. Some people who got extra, who got in early and got a little bit extra, as we were kind of letting people come in a little bit early. Okay, so what I am going to show you here is super easy, and it's okay if you've never used it. It's very simple, very, very simple to start using. Now, of course, I have been educated in all pieces of the academy. Okay, so there's pieces, it's not extra. So just so you guys know, this scanner is free if you have FRX, TVX, DCX, or even SFX. It's free with any trading package. So there is no extra charge. You can literally go on and use it, start to start to get some wins. Oh, that's why it's not working, because I have it open twice. Okay. Okay. It's free. It's included, right? This is another IM. This is an RE thing. Let's provide as much value to a customer as we possibly can. Okay. So do not need to do that. Hold on, guys. I had it open twice there, so it's just giving me a little brief, making me log back in. Okay. So what I'm going to show you, and I'm just going to show you signals. This is as easy, okay? This is as easy as being able to take a blue or a red triangle. And I'm going to show you on indices, okay? Yes, it works on currency pairs. You can go in and play with them. I have a list of 6 currency pairs that we use, okay? This, for higher volume and for scalping, indices or indexes or commodities like gold, US 30 NAS, usually work a little bit better. But there are 6 high volume pairs that we can use on this. So I have a list of them. Like I said, it's free. You just go to SniperVision. It's under the academies. I can show you where to find it after. Log in and go play with it. Okay. So what I'm going to show you is how we scalp this thing on the 1 minute. Okay. Okay. Very simple. I'm just going to show you the last 3 signals. Now, the way we tend to trade is perfect. Hold on, this thing is not showing our support and resistance levels. So just give me one more refresh here. Oh, my man Adam's here, chatting with you all morning. Okay, just give me one more refresh. There we go. Everything's back working. So I noticed on the 1 minute that the support and resistance lines weren't there. And that's just my fault because I had 2 versions of this thing. I had it open twice. So what I'm going to show you is how we scalp this in the short term. I'm a scalper, like I said, looking for like 5-10 minute moves where I can get 30 to 50 pips, do that once a day, let my account grow. Now, within my strategy, 30 to 50 pips can be 3 to 5%. If you want to lower your lot size, that's 1.5 to 3, those types of things. Okay. But I'm going to show you how easy this is. I'm going to show you the last 3 signals that happened today. I mean, I could actually show you the last 4. I'm going to show you these 3 signals because that one's a little bit late. We have some times we don't want to trade right at close, right? But I'm going to show you these 3 signals. Okay. And how simple they are. We're looking for a 1 to 2 risk reward. Okay. But we use a stop loss and move into profit. Okay. So one thing we're going to show you guys, once you guys get in and start to use this thing, you're going to we'll open it up for a couple of questions at the end. I'm not going to go over all the pieces. You'll find all that stuff in my 5-day boot camp on any of my channels. On my DCX channel, it's a little bit behind. FRX will be done by Thursday. TBX is already done. So I'm in all 3 packages. I'm on early morning MST for me, early morning on TBX, and then midday a couple hours ago I was on my FRX channel. Okay, 3 hours ago. So you guys can find me under all those channels as well. And there's boot camps for you guys to learn all these things. Okay, and right now they're just in English, but we're working on, as my man Adam is here, we're working on Polish, we're working on German, we are working on Arabic, we are working on French, and we're working on Italian. So all those are, and German. So all 6 of those are getting translated right now. So there'll be access for everybody in Europe. Okay, so I'm going to show you these 3 signals. Okay, put a 1 in the chat if you can press a button when you see a red or blue triangle. Put a 1 in the chat. Okay. Short position. Okay. The red triangle means the market wants to go down. 25 pip stop. We could actually tighten that rate up back to those EMAs. We're looking for a 1 to 2 risk reward. So we need 40 pips. This thing actually runs almost to 50, but you get your 1 to 2 right in there. We're looking for a 1 to 2 risk reward. Okay. 40 pips. If you're using the lot size that I use, essentially that's between, 2 to 4% return. And that trade took 11 minutes. Okay. Next signal. We got a nice long position here that breaks to 238. Now this only gets to 25 pips, but I teach you, and this is essentially a 1 to 2 if you come back below these EMAs, which would have been a crazy tight stop loss, but potentially another 20 pips on there. And I teach you that once you get to a 20 pip in blue, you want to move your stop and protect it, which I'll show you guys how to be risk-free after, okay? But 40 pips there, 20 pips there, you're already up 60 pips for the day. And then there's another short position, comes right here. We can go back to those EMAs, 17, 18, we probably leave that around 20 pips just to give us a little bit of space. And 1 to 2 is hit with a little bit extra. 1 to 2 is it right there. So within 3 signals, we're talking 10, 15 to 12, 15, 2 hours, 3 signals, 2 hours, 100 pips. 100. Now, if you're using the strategy, using the lot size and using that kind of risk reward that we teach you, there's potential 5 to 10% return in 2 hours. How many people have some investment somewhere that gives them 5% a year? Oh, wait. Okay. But what we have here is the ability to come in short term and do that in moments. This trade would have got you your goal. You would have done 2 to 4%. Everybody knows compound interest, right? 2 types of people in this world: people who understand compound interest and people who pay it, right? If you could do this, just this trade, that's all you need to do is one of these trades a day. That's it. 40 pips a day. That's 2 to 4%. You do 2% a day for a year, no matter what amount of money you start with, you're looking at a crazy return. And there's a potential of 4 years, depending on what you're using and what risk tolerance you have. Then there was another one for 20 and another one for 50. There's 100 pips right here in 2 hours. And now, of course, we're going to teach you more than just go in and press the button when you see the signals, right? We have confirmations. We want to see the 238 behind us. We want to see the 238 behind us. We're going to teach you how to establish trend, okay? The one thing here that's amazing is that if you just followed the trend, as you can see, this is what we call the trend table. So you can actually be on US 30 and it's going to tell you what the trend is on every chart, and how we establish trend are the crosses of the EMAs. So we have a red EMA, which is the 20. We got a blue EMA, which is the 50. When they cross, they indicate a trend reversal, and it'll work on any time frame. Any time frame. And so when you're on here, right? Let's see, it says 15-minute. We always go up 2 time frames to analyze. Okay. The yellow EMA is the 238. Okay. And we'll go into depth on the 238. It is like my favorite EMA. It's our safety basket. I'll teach you how to. I got a guy who just trades the 238 and kills it. Yellow right here. If you go into different colors, they'll be different. So there's yellow right here, blue, and red. Depends on what function you're on. There's another. You can shift it to light to dark. Okay. So you're looking, okay, at these trend shifts. Now we look over here. This is what we teach you to stay on trend, right? So 15, we go up 2 time frames to analyze. We can just take a look at this and say, hey, the 15-minute is on a downtrend. We wouldn't even have taken that risky one. Okay. No, it shouldn't be. It should be like this. But we can figure that out after. Just reach out to me personally. No problem. We'll get that figured out. But as you can see, 15-minute is down. So we take this to the next level, because any indicator, any scanner isn't going to give you perfect signals. It's just not the way they work, right? Especially when things start to consolidate. So what we do is we take the signals that are on trend. So we would have just taken both of these cells. Both of them went to 4. You only needed one of these trades to get to your goal. And then both of them were on trend going down. Okay. Screen share froze. Everything seems to be okay. You guys can everybody see okay? Throw in the chat if you need me a refresh. Okay. Oh, Jen and Ellen are here. Okay. So you can see the panel, right? And that panel is going to give you the direction of the chart. So if we want to even take risk out of this, we just go and look for the cells, because our 15-minute is down. Okay. And I'm going to teach you how to do this on every time frame, because what's crazy about this scanner, what's crazy about it is it works on all assets. There just isn't an asset it doesn't work on. It works in all your indices. It works in cryptocurrencies. It works in pairs. Okay. Which we'll go to the 5, which you'll see we can show you some of the pairs it works on as well. Right? It works in cryptocurrency. It works in pairs on the 5, right? Like, we're going down. Look at this cell. Down. Right? Look at these moves, and you get them in the currency pairs as well. It works on all assets, and pretty soon we'll probably be using it on SFX as well. Okay. I only have to go for one. I'm looking for 30 to 50 pips a day. Everybody knows compound interest. You do 30 to 50 pips a day, you let that roll up. Your account is in a much different position in 2 to 3 months at 30 pips a day. And I really teach people, okay? So that's the gist of the scanner. Now, obviously, there's lots of other pieces to use it. We'll teach you what the stars are. We'll teach you how to use these other EMAs. We'll teach you all those pieces, okay? It's done in my 5-day boot camp. It'll give you everything you need to be able to use this, okay? 5 hours of learning and you're good to rock, okay? It'll give you all those pieces. Now, I'm educated on all of it. I understand smart money. I know Wyckoff. I understand supply and demand. I understand long-term moves. I'm going to teach you once you get into this and get comfortable and get through the beginner stuff, and I'm going to teach you the extra pieces that make this thing even stronger. I'm going to teach you these things. So don't think that I'm going to come here and throw you on the basics. I'm not going to educate you on all these other things that are a part of the market. I have learned them all here. And that's the one thing I talk about. I will always give shout outs to other educators, right? Everybody can see this 50. It's the Aqua. Anybody who traded DeLorean, there's your Aqua. Right? We also use to help with direction. We like to use the point of control. Right? The point of control. I learned that from Anastasia's boot camp. I did her 5-day boot camp on the point of control. We can use that as well for direction. Right? I learned how to establish trend from higher lows and lower highs from Manny through Manny's boot camp. So I have done it all. I've done all of it. Okay. So you're going to get your opportunity not only to figure out how to use this to your best of your advantage, get into this thing and start to learn and start to earn right away. And then we take your trading to a whole new level, a whole new piece of this. Okay. And the one thing, that's the scanner. If anybody would like to just shoot me a couple questions, maybe we can ask 1 or 2 questions here. And then I just want to go in to how you can use this, as chairman and builders and those types of things and how this works. Okay, if you guys want to, I created this strategy. This is mine. I created it from scratch. I actually coded it previously on TradingView. So there's actually a couple of people in here that are on this call who had early access to this thing because I created it on TradingView. We were going through the gist, and I thought we were going to get this thing launched right away, but it didn't happen. So I started to let people have some access to it. So there's actually some people in this call who had early access to this on TradingView where I programmed it. So stop loss to be put above EMAs. That's the best place for it. So sometimes that can be tough to get your 1 to 2 if the signal comes too far away from those EMAs. Okay. Which we'll also teach you. Okay. So yes, that's the best place because, okay, that's the best place because that's a reversal level. The way this indicator works is it's just, and this is how most scanners and indicators should work and most trading should work, right? The market is going to do things and we're just going to ask questions of it. We're going to ask it when it gets to this 238. If it breaks it, that means it wants to head in that direction. The probability has gone up that it wants to continue to head in that direction. It breaks one of these support and resistance levels. The probability of it wants to head in that direction. So we're going to teach you guys all these things. Okay. Do I need to choose indicators? If yes, which one, please? You just go and find it. It's SniperVision. I'll show you where to find it. Super, super easy. If you have any of those trading packages, you can literally just log into it from your IM Academy. Okay. Green line is entry. Red line is TP. No, green line, this on these long and short positions, this will be your entry. The end of the green line is your take profit. The end of the red line is your stop loss. Okay. Just before we come off of this, and I can kind of tell you guys how you can use it to help you, grow teams and all that stuff and why it's so effective, I'll show you where to find this thing. Okay. So let's just go into the academy. Very easy to show you guys. Support and resistance and moving averages. Those are all pieces of the indicator, 100%. Okay. So let's just go into the academy. What do I got here? Let's just go to the academy. Oh, no, I need to go to IM Center. That's a lie. Let's go to IM Center. Okay. Everybody knows where their IM Center is. Why it's doing that. There you go. Okay. I did that either. I spelled it wrong. Okay, so go into our IM Center. Very, very easy to find. Log in here. Okay. And then it's very easy. There's 2 places for it. You can go down to strategies. And you will find it down here underneath everything in strategies. All you got to do is come down here and click it. And then it'll have the website right here. You just click on that. It takes you right into the chart. Okay. Or we'll go back to the IM Center. And then we're building out a little place where you can find it here. It's actually under the academies. No, it's in Go Live. My bad. We got to go back to Go Live. Sorry. And also under Go Live is also where you'll find me. We'll go into Go Live and you'll see me right up here. Once this thing populates, I'm right here. Number 5. First 6 months in the academy, number 5 already. I will soon to be up here somewhere. My numbers are growing exponentially with everybody having the wins and success on this thing. Okay, we come down here to SniperVision. You click on that. It will take you to any of my calls or any of my sessions. They're all listed in here. Okay, and that'll give you access to go to those boot camps. Okay, so I'm going to stop sharing now. I hope I answered all the questions. Very easy. You know what? I could also like even just throw a link into the chat here if you guys want. Here, let's just do this and give you guys easy way to get to it. You know, just do that. Okay, this will take you right to it. Okay, so I'm going to stop sharing. I'll put this in the chat. Everybody can literally just log right into it. Boot camp on boot camp on TBX, boot camp on FRX, 5-day boot camps. The FRX will be done on Thursday. I'm going through my DCX boot camp right now. There's the chart. Okay. No, just find me on Instagram. Super easy. The US 30 Sniper. Okay. So find me on Instagram. What time frames to use it? I like to trade in the 1. So some of these pairs. Okay. Right. I have optimal trade volume times. Okay, my Insta is the US 30 Sniper. Okay, easy to find. We have optimal trade volume times. I'll show you. There's certain time frames that the volume's just higher. Then we're looking for better signals in there as well. So that also helps us with some of the signals we take. Okay, time frames we use. We can use it at any time frame. So when I'm on FRX, I use it in the 5-minute, taking a little bit longer. It kills on gold. It kills on gold. I should have showed you gold. You want to see gold quick? Here. Let me go back to gold. Let me go back to Sniper. I can't believe I skipped over gold on you guys. Okay, let me go back to and show you gold. Okay, I like to trade in New York. Okay. You will 1000% see me in Croatia. I'll be on stage. We're gonna do some like fun SniperVision side stuff there too. I do like New York session. My favorite times to trade are in New York volume. So essentially once open comes, no SniperVision won't load. Okay. I like to trade, and we'll show you when you get on here. I'm finishing a PDF because I've created all these PDFs and things, and yeah, I'm just gonna type it in here. That's my. I put it on host and panelists. Okay, I don't know if you guys can all see that. I sent it to host and panelists, not to everybody. Okay, we'll send that to everybody. Okay, so that's my Insta, and you'll 100% see me in Croatia. The best time from London is about 11 p.m. MST till about 2 a.m. MST. So whatever that time, I guess that's morning time for you guys, but an hour before open and a couple hours after open for London. Okay, let's just go take a look at gold. So gold's a little bit different. I don't scalp it in the 1. I like to scalp it on the 5. Okay, we were in a downtrend today. Okay, so we wouldn't be taking any of these buy signals. We're also going to teach you not to take signals when it's a blue triangle and a red candle. So we would have been taking these sells. We would have taken these sells today. We got one there. Okay. I actually just went over optimal trade times in the call today. So go and take a look. You'll get to see it. Okay. Here is your. Oh, I'm on US 30. My bad. Sorry, guys. I was on US 30 there. Okay, so we have gold. We're looking for sells, right? I like to trade it in the 5-minute. I was in this sell and it got too close to close, so I took it out. But here you go. Here's your short position. Breaks right there. A nice little 750 pip potential move. I like to do 200 and 400. I like to hit scalps, right? 400 would have been crushed here. Then you had another one here. This one I got into because it was right after my FRX call, and I took 200 out of it. because it broke down and was getting too close to the end of the day. So I closed it when it was bouncing around here because it was just getting too close to the end of the day. But if you guys go to my channels, I have done back testing as well. So every Friday, if you're on any of my channels for every Friday, my boot camp is in my favorited and they're labeled. So you'll get 1, 2, 3 are like welcome to SniperVision, an overview and how we set up our charts, and then there's boot camp videos as well. Okay. And Jennifer and Alan did 60 pips today. This is just, there was some opportunity there, and there's lots of potential. Look at this gold sell here. I like it on the 5. This is staying in that trend. Look at gold here, another sell, another sell, right? We're staying on trend. All we do is go, look at all these down, right? I mean, look at gold, look at this gold move over here, right? Our stars only go so far back, but you're talking thousands of pips in these moves. So yeah, it works on gold as well. So it works on all your assets. Okay. So I threw that in you guys found me on Insta. If you guys want to ask me any questions, I'm always open to answer questions. I caught gold lock 30-30 and a nice 7% today. That a boy Max. Okay. So find me on Insta if you want to ask me some questions. The second part I want to share with you guys, okay, is the building part. Okay. And I know there's chairmen and I know there's people here are looking to grow their team and support and help people. This is as easy as watching colors of a signal. You can literally bring somebody in the business. How many people bring people in the business and they end up on like smart money, or they end up on these things that have these kind of longer learning curves, right? And then you reach out to them a month later and they haven't really done anything. You bring somebody in the business, you get them on a demo account, you put them on SniperVision, you tell them, avoid these times, look for these times, just take the signals and practice on your demo. It will instantly, because they're going to just take some wins. Even if they don't even know how to take profits and any of those things, even if they don't know how to do that, they're going to start to take some wins. And as soon as that happens, okay, as soon as that happens is when their belief happens. And as soon as somebody comes into a business and into your business or into your organization and has belief, they have no problem sharing it. How many people have somebody who come into their business and are like, oh yeah, I got no problem sharing, but I want to wait for my results first. How many people have you run into the business that say that? A lot, right? And what people don't realize is that belief always comes before results. It's not the other way around. You don't all of a sudden get results and you believe in it. You must believe in it first in order to get results. So what happens is when you bring somebody into the business, you just literally help them set up their demo account, say, get on that syndicator, start taking the signals, understand how to manage it, understand how to get in and get out, how to press it, scalp it, close it. Then we'll teach you how to put in TPs, and they just start to win right away. Now imagine the momentum that your team can have and your team can grow if it's that simple for somebody to come in and just start to see in their demo account, just start to see that the potential of trading, right? That's when you find momentum. It's easily duplicatable. That's when we're going to go create. We'll have all the different languages as well. We're going to create a system that's easily duplicatable and that people can come in and find the energy to want to share right away because they're going to start to have wins. They're going to start to have all those things. Okay, so that is going to help you grow. I do have a Telegram chat for everybody in SniperVision. I mean, that's up to Abdullah if he wants everybody to have access. Jen and them have been in there for a while. They just shared the link. I generally like to ask before I do that because everybody will join, but it's up to you guys. You get pretty personal support from me in there. I am in there all the time, answering questions, giving people support, telling people even what I think might happen here in the market and if I'm looking for the next move, those types of things to make sure that people can win here because I did. And I want to make sure that every other person that has access to what we're doing and has access to me is going to get the best opportunity to win. It is going to be free forever. It will be free in everybody's academy. It is part of the deal. It's the deal I made. They really wanted me to do a charge on the outside, and Ari was like, no. Okay, I don't know if we'll have to ask Abdullah. If Abdullah wants to share it with you guys, he can do that because it's just, it's a link to another chat, and chairman, okay. So jump on. I put the link in. I think you guys all got the link for the SniperVision, right? Okay, you guys can all see that. Did I put it in here? No, I did not. I put it just to host and panelists. So here's the chart link as well. Okay, so you guys can all just jump in and go directly to it. Jump in, start to play around. There are times, the best times for this. So I'm telling you guys, I just getting message. I'm not even kidding you. I just got a message from another chairman. You guys just heard my WhatsApp go up. Another chairman was like, "Hey man, please come show my team." So this thing is gaining momentum, and the reason it's gaining momentum, and we're only 2 weeks into this thing, is because the people that are picking it up are already winning. Already, they are literally coming right in here and winning. Now, if you guys are excited to really have impact and really give a tool to people to just win out of the gate, we all know that struggle, right? We were all there at one point, right? And if you are excited, man, throw some fire emojis in the chat. Let's get this fired up. I'm going to pass this back to my man, Mr. Chairman 50, Abdullah, come in here and close this thing down. Thank you for the time. Thank you for allowing me to tell my story and give some vision on my scanner.
Thank you very much, sir, for coming on the call. We truly appreciate you. We admire you for coming on the call. Ladies and gents, if you got the value on this call today, let's blow this chat away once again with 777. Let's show our appreciation and gratitude. And I will be definitely sharing the link. I copied it already, and I will send it my all team groups so everyone can benefit from that. Everyone can learn from you, can connect with you. So thank you, sir, once again for coming. We will be definitely watching those recorded session, go live session. And once again, we appreciate you. You can see everyone is showing their appreciation in the chat. Thank you. Thank you, sir, once again for coming on the call. Thank you. Truly appreciate you. So ladies and gents, this is, you heard from the main man, our phenomenal IM mastery educator. Now the question is, he has done his part. He has developed something which is very easy, which is no-brainer. And if you can really pay attention, you can focus, you can learn. But the commitment must come from you. The hunger to learn must come from you. We have all the system in IM Mastery Academy. The way he designed the strategy, which is working on all currencies, on indices, on metals, on cryptos, on stocks, every single thing is covered. And this scanner is part of any type of academy, whatever you have right now, whether you are on DCX, or FRX or SFX, is available with all of them. He has a boot camp. He's coming online all the time as well. So all you need to do, plug in, stay connected with the system. Is this strategy going to work for you or not? You cannot learn in a day, in a week. It will take some time. But you need to make this decision today. Okay, you know what? The way everyone is doing it, everyone is learning. Are you committed to learn or not? The moment you made this decision, I promise you, because if I see myself 6 years ago, I had no idea how to trade, no clue even what the trading was. I just became part of this platform. I started to learn. And now you guys, some of you can see already what we are doing in Telegram, which is going crazy anyway. So again, this is the learning part. We all want to earn. If you look at the word learn, if you remove the first letter, it becomes earn. So you need to focus on learning. Look at his commitment. He was learning as well through this platform. And now he saw all those things, how he can better help audience, all the students to learn in a quicker way, fastest way, in a very effective way. So we can really benefit out of that. So he developed this strategy to make sure our life is going to become easy. So ladies and gents, system is there. The bootcamp videos are there. Different languages are coming as well. Go live sessions are there. Plug in. Check his schedule. Make a commitment. Okay, you know what? I will make sure I will plug into his session. And if you have any question, get back to him. Excuse me. Also, he will be in Zagreb as well. We are having our company convention, which I am super excited about it. We will be coming a lot of people from UK, Europe. And I think it will be about 10,000 plus definitely people over there in Croatia, in Zagreb. So make sure you are coming, you are attending, you are meeting all your favorite IM educators. You are seeing your CEO, our chairman elite, Alex Morton, and so our phenomenal chairman, Mr. Matt Rosa, all your favorite chairman from UK. They are coming as well. So let's go together as a team. Let's make it happen. This is the best ever chance for us to go to Zagreb to learn. We can learn a lot towards trading over there. We can have a wonderful environment, and the environment is going to help you to make you understand what is the bigger picture of this academy towards your future. Over there, you're going to see so many success stories, so many individuals from different walks of life, how they became part of this platform and where they are in their life today. So ladies and gents, we have this opportunity. Do not miss it. Do not leave it for the last minute. You have to make a decision. Get your ticket, book your hotel, flight, and let's go together. Thank you very much, every single one of you, to coming on this call. Time to learn, and that's how the next level is going to come to your life. Thank you once again, everyone. Thank you for plugging into the call.